Hello everyone, this is Anil Khwaj. I'm a registered migration agent and co-founder ThinkHack Consultants and pdclasses.com. Very important topic today. What are the possible pathways after 485 visa? Now, Department of Home Affairs have given a strict policy that you cannot apply any student visa after 485, or they have given a age limitations that after 35 years plus 364 days, you cannot lodge a TR. Now, lots of people now have stuck either on a student visa with an age or they are in verge of finishing their 485. So let's talk more about what are the possible options they have it. Now, technically, if you can see, you cannot apply a student visa. So only option you have is to go with the general skill migration. Now, if the general skill migration is not possible and your points are not enough to get an invitation through EOI or any state sponsorship, then you have another option to go with employer sponsorship. As we have already discussed about this one, there are two types of employer sponsorship. One is 482, another one is called the 186. Now, both requires to have at least 1 year and 3 years of experience, and 186 also requires you to have a competent English along with skill assessment, which needs to be positive in your nominated occupation. If you have received the skill assessment and achieved the desired score and the skill assessment plus the experience, then you can go with 186. Otherwise, post-study 1 year experience can lead you to 482 as well. Now, again, the question arises how to find an employer, which is a most difficult task. If the employer is not happy to go with a 482 because there are lots of sponsorship obligations, then the other option is to go with a 407 visa, that is also called a training visa. Now, training visa also require an employer, but the sponsorship obligations are lesser comparatively to 482, because obviously if you go with a 482, then it's a 3 years to 4 years visa, and ultimately unless you don't apply for 186 to that employer has to give you the job. Otherwise, if you terminate, then you have to leave the country to find a new employer within that 90 or 120 days, whatever is specified by the Department of Home Affairs. Now, if you don't want to go with any of these options, what lots of people are doing, they're applying for visitor visa, and in a verge where you might get a refusal for visitor visa. Now, what's going to happen, you can go to the ART, lodge an ART, and during that time, as you know, that since your visa has been refused, the old visa conditions will follow on the bridging visa unless the ART make the decision. So lots of people buying time is only applying for visitor visa. But say if your visitor visa gets granted, then you would not have any work rights, and you have to ultimately wait until you get an invite, or you can stay here for 3 months or 6 months, or whatever the visitor visa is, or apply for another extension. But in short, you won't be getting any work rights for that. So there is a risk behind applying for visitor visa, but these are the only possible options you have it. Apart from that, protection and partner visa is always there, but obviously if you don't have any grounds, then we won't suggest or recommend you to go for that one. Obviously, for the partner visa, you need an employer, Australian partner or Australian sponsor to do it. So ultimately, it's also very difficult. So these are the all possible options which I think of. Plus, there are a few others like global talent visas and all others, but for that you require an extensive experience or skills in order to get into that one. I hope these options will help you out. All the very best, and if you need any help, do contact ThinkHack Consultants. Thank you.